Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year and hope it was a great one for you guys all. Today we have a couple things we're going to do. First, we're going to talk about the Corvette because I know a lot of you that follow the channel are probably more interested in this than anything else that we do. So we're going to kind of get around and show what the issue is with this. So if you guys look on the back of the engine right here, and you should be able to see at the end of my light, there's all that shiny oil. It shouldn't. It should look more like this. So then that was the back. Now up in the front, if you look, you can see, if I can get the light right, there's just all this oil, like all right in here. There's running right down the front of the engine, wicked, which is probably impossible for you guys to even see. So that is on the to-do list. I want to get it done this winter. I looked it up at an Advanced Auto. That's who I use. I think it's like $32 online, maybe 35 in the store. That gives me both intake manifold gaskets, the make-a gasket for the front and the back, and then also the gasket for the throttle body because that's got to have its own separate gasket. So I'm fairly confident that's where the oil leak is coming from because it just, everything from that point down looks like it's leaking. So that is on the to-do list. Then you also notice, maybe you saw in the beginning, that some of this area over here has changed. I've added this shelf, which has cleaned up some more of this. But one of the biggest problems that I run into is my workbenches are slowly accumulating things again, and well, leaves me no room to work. So today, what we're actually going to do is all this stuff here. If you guys remember way back when I had the issue with the frame on the Yukon, I did an AC repair line kit. I didn't record it. That's what we're going to actually record today. This is for the part that goes up over the rear wheel well. I did the part under the door. So we're going to do that. There's really nothing that I found about the Dorman AC repair line kit for this. And then that'll get this mess off this big workbench. And then eventually this is the heater that Rob got us for Christmas for this room that eventually I'll get to that because, well, Rob, what's one of the things I seem to struggle with?
Getting all your projects done in a timely manner.
Yeah, I do. So we're going to go, the Yukon's actually at my parents', it's not here, so we're going to go over and grab that. I got to move the Corvette over to the other side and my wife's side of the garage. I got some decent weather coming up, so she's not going to put the car in the garage anyways. Then we'll go get the Yukon. The other thing we're going to do, I got the oil leak on it that I think is coming from the block-off plate above the oil filter, or it could be the rear main seal. The check call is going to be, I'm going to take off the inspection plate that looks inside the bell housing and hit the flex plate and see if that thing's covered in oil, then yeah, the rear main seal is leaking. If it's not, that's good news. For $10, I can fix the problem. So we're going to get the car fired up, back it out. I'm going to let it warm up, go over and get the Yukon and bring it back. You think they want a cold start on this thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Guys, you want a cold start? Let's get a cold start. As you can see, it's a little frozen. It really hasn't moved at all. So that's going to be the fun part, all that crap melting off while we're in the garage. That's why we're going to be quick. Hopefully this starts. As you can see, it's a tight fit. Luckily, I had Rob helping me in the back there. And well, he'll go up to the front and show you how close it is to the door. Now, this is the fun part when it's in the garage like this and it's cold and I can't have the doors open. This is the only way to get from one side to the other. Hold on a second. Oh, too much crap in the way. You got to go through the truck to get to the other side. If you guys remember when I first got this, the third row looked like absolute crap. Maybe Rob has pictures of it. I don't know. They chewed the dustpan. If not, you can always go back and watch the video. But if you'll notice now in the back, we have the exact same style of third row that used to be in this truck in it again, and this only cost me $100. The only downfall is it's silver or titanium, I think is what they actually called it instead of the tan. But I really don't care considering how rough this truck looks anyways. I might even replace this row and this front row with that style, and then the upper armrest with that same style color, because I think it looks really sharp in here. But I gotta get the frame fixed first. So Rob's gonna get his way over here, and then we're gonna get you up and show you that air conditioning line. On second thought, because all of this has to melt, which means it's all gonna come down here, and any mechanic that works in upstate New York knows that, well, it sucks to work on vehicles this time of the year, and I can choose not to do it. So instead, we're going to show you, and then in the next video, when this is melted off and cleaned up a little bit, that's when I'll actually replace the line. So Rob's going to come in here, and I'm going to show you which line actually needs to be changed. It's this one right here. And actually, up in here, up in there where the light's shining, is the bracket that holds and secures this to the body. Well, that's where it's actually leaking, and then it eventually comes back around to back here. So that's the line I need to change. And it's going to really suck because I got to take the tire off, jack the truck up carefully because it's really rotted. Obviously, I got this thing covered in salt because I had to throw $20 in it the other day. Because I don't really want to fill it with gas until it's fixed. That's what's going to end up happening. I am going to get the creeper out, though, and show you guys how bad the frame is on this truck. It's actually worse than I thought it was when we put it on the lift. Okay. First, you can see... well, there's the first big hole, and it's pretty much like that all the way down through the whole bottom of this. Yeah, that's right, full of ice, but yeah, that's all rotted. And then if I get around to the inside of it, hopefully you guys can see all this because I'm not getting underneath it, but that's all rotted down through, and it's that same way on the other side. Now the oil issue that I was talking about up in here, it's all wet. My buddy was pretty sure when I was up on the lift that issue was actually from that block off plate. I'll know, like I said, once I get this melted off and I can get underneath it without getting soaked, I'll pop that inspection plate off. And I'll make sure you guys see that when I do finally get a thawed out. If you look inside the bottom of the bell housing, there's going to be a round inspection plate. You pop that off, and you can actually look up inside the transmission and you'll see the flex plate off the back of the engine. That has all the teeth on it that the starter grabs to actually start the engine. If that's all covered in oil, then yeah, the rear main seal is leaking. If it's not, which I don't think it is, then it's that block off plate, which is where the oil cooler lines on this would be if it had it. This truck wasn't equipped with it because this was more of like a luxury one than it was a towing one. So fingers crossed, it's just a $10 fix and it fixes the problem. I guess that's going to kind of be, unfortunately, it for this video. Unfortunately, this poor old girl's been sitting outside for the last couple months. The roof is in some desperate need of getting melted off, which you can hear everything. I did get off camera. Obviously, the third row, you guys already saw. The rear wiper and the button that releases the rear glass, I did that. Those are like crazy easy to replace. The button, if you actually get a pick in, you can actually pull it down enough, unplug it, plug in the new one, snap the thing back in. You don't have to take anything apart. It's actually like crazy easy. So that's stuff that I have fixed on it. And like I said, the frame, my buddy wants to do 2-inch across the whole bottom and then come up 3 inches up on the side. And then that'll fix that problem. The only other issue is there where the rear control arm goes into this, the insides of them are pretty rotted. So we're going to have to do some like fabricating to kind of get that fixed. Because that clunk that I'm feeling every once in a while when I'm driving, I'm pretty sure is that. Last thing we'll discuss, I know I said before I've been back and forth, wrapping it or painting it, wrapping it or painting it, wrapping it or painting it. I've watched a ton of videos on wrap. It actually doesn't seem that bad, and I think that's what I'm actually going to do with this truck. I'm going to get all the bodywork fixed on it, and I'm going to actually vinyl wrap the whole thing in high gloss black again. The roof included everything so that this thing looks flawless, even though there's rust and stuff, but it'll all be fixed and you won't see it. That I think is going to be the plan, and I might, you guys leave in the comments, tell me what you think. I might debadge this whole thing, get rid of the Yukon XL, the GMC logo, everything on the back, so that the only GMC logo will be on it. It'll be on the grill. I'm not obviously going to get rid of the chrome because I like chrome. I know people don't, but I do. So I'm gonna keep that, but I'll vinyl wrap in behind it. But like all this badging, the Yukon XL up there on the door, and then the stuff on the back. You guys leave in the comments. Let us know what you think. Should I rebadge it when I'm done fixing it, or totally debadge the whole thing? Part of me kind of like to rebadge it because then to everybody else driving on the road, they'll be like, "Wow, this thing looks beautiful for as old as it is." But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, Happy New Year. If you haven't already, and you've made it this far, it's definitely worth clicking that subscribe button. Leave us a thumbs up. Let us know what you guys want us to do on this thing, and we'll catch you in the next one.
I don't know.
You can cut that in. Getting all of your projects done in a timely manner. That's
Okay.
what you're gonna say. Testing, 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 testing. Good.
Yes.
You'll have to cut that part out. I thought something just broke. I feel like me, I know I'm not even close, but I feel like we'll hit the wall.
You've got like 2.5 subway footlongs space. Still got about 1.5 subway footlongs. You can just keep going.
Too much crap in the way. You filming right now? To kind of get that fixed. That's stuff that I have fixed on it, and then that'll fix that problem. The only other issue is the stuff, but it'll all be fixed and you won't see it. Rebadge it when I'm done fixing it, or I'm going to get all the bodywork fixed on it, and for $10 I can fix the problem. So until it's fixed, fingers crossed, it's just a $10 fix and it fixes the problem.